This is Mike. Mike just settled a death case, but because he needs to resolve liens and seek court approval, he will not receive proceeds for at least 3 months. Robert's firm just settled a class action, but will not receive fees for almost another year. Gary settled a case with a large city who has 6 months to fund his client's settlement. Anthony has trial in just 2 weeks and must pay his experts in 3 days to ensure they'll appear. Diane was just retained by the family of a quadriplegic and, referring to the most prestigious lawyer in her town, expects a referral fee of at least $300,000. Gerald just spent $250,000 and won the largest verdict in this county in the last 10 years and fully expects appeals for the next 2 years. What do all these successful lawyers have in common? They all needed to manage and improve cash flow and received an advance from Lawyers Funding Group. How did they do it? They sold their account receivables and then exercised an unrestricted right to repurchase and redeem their fees upon repayment to Lawyers Funding Group. Mike applied directly and avoided paying any broker or origination fees. Anthony was referred by their brokers and had a 5% fee deducted from his advance. Lawyers Funding did not burden them with a monthly payment and therefore avoided credit underwriting. LFG did not require an entire portfolio of cases to review or restrict funding from other companies on other cases. Many of these lawyers would not have been able to deduct client costs or litigation expenses and were provided a tax document so they could expense fees which were paid to Lawyers Funding Group. They paid 5% per month with no compounding and no minimum term, avoiding typical 90-day buckets, which trapped them to pay for time they never used. Diane settled another case and repaid LFG in full in 30 days. Gary's firm paid half of the balance back from another case, which was applied to the principal and reduced the accrual of fees over the next 6 months. Gerald's verdict was affirmed, and additional fees earned on post-judgment interest covered all of the fees he paid back to Lawyers Funding Group. The transactions remained confidential, and their clients and opposing parties were not involved. The advance was not reported to any credit agency and did not affect debt ratios, FICA scores, and did not require spouses or partners as guarantors. If you want to become as successful as our leading attorneys, complete an application online or call for a discreet consultation so that you can receive your fee advance within 5 business days or sooner.